Oh boy. Yo. So, we're going to play more Control. Because it's fun. I did some running around just in the areas I've already unlocked. Central Executive and Maintenance to do the board quests to just shoot people. I'm sorry, shoot hiss incursion agents. Found a couple pieces of paperwork behind like some level 3 locked doors, but otherwise didn't find anything new. Haven't read them yet. We'll do that in a second. Because first I'm supposed to transform something, and I haven't thought through what to transform. Oh no, why didn't I come prepared for today? It's Titan's Return Cup. And we'll start with Cup. So I actually really like this toy, other than the fact that it's a Headsmaster. I really wish it wasn't a Headmaster. I'm not sure how they would do the head without it being a Headmaster, the way the rest of this goes, but hey, he has a head. But it's a robot that does not want to focus on the camera. So, one, come on, focus, cup. Yeah, the Headmasters are all tiny, it's true. So, we have a head, we have a cup, we pull the accessories off as we always do. We'll set that together. Makes a little gun slide for the Headmaster to sit in if he wants. I don't know why you would, because if he's not sitting in the driver's seat, he should be being ahead so that you don't lose him. Alright, so I really like this because look at this tiny little pickup truck. We start by flipping the tailgate down, which is not actually a tailgate, of course. And then the entire side of the truck on both sides flips out. Rotate the cab up. Now, I really like these legs. So that locks in place. The tailgate goes over the wheel. Forgot to fold the leg the rest of the way around. Tailgate goes over. Whole thing locks together to form the lower leg. Oh, come on. Why aren't you pegging correctly? Woo! Dusty. So, we then fold the front of the cab up into the canopy, collapse that, close the canopy, the arms, fold down, unpeg, flip the wrists down. Yep. Those pegs are surprisingly tight. Fold the head up. Plug it in. One cup. The guns I like using as a backpack because it plugs into the back. And we have one. Titan's Return cup. I just really enjoy the way the leg mechanism works. I feel like they've really hit the complexity there to allow the whole thing to unfold. They did a similar thing, you might remember, when I did Hound from Siege, and it was quite good. But I need to go blow my nose real quick. 1 second.
Hope has asked us to document the incantation.
You mean like in person?
In person. The pencil and paper. She's trying to get us killed.
Welcome to the research center of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling,
Ah!
head of research.
I left myself muted
Someone thought
again.
This video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here.
I was
And
muted
in
that whole
those
time.
years, we've made astonishing discoveries. authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Research sector, huh? Home of the Bureau's mad scientists.
Ritual division, huh? Lockdown lifted. So what I was saying is that, oh right, these videos are always longer too.
Welcome to the research sector of
This
the
one might
Federal
not be.
Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi.
If I find Mr. Tomasi again, I'm gonna have to kill him.
This is where the magic happens.
It's unfortunate.
Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries. Authored studies of grave importance. And in
That
all
lab
this
coat
work,
does not fit
there's
that
one
man
thing
well.
we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols.
Protocols. Read the manual.
Otherwise, bad
Bad
things will
things will
happen.
happen. That smile! That smile's so good. Just the right smile. So the board countermeasures were the things that I did on my own time, I was saying. So it was just wandering around the areas I'd already been and then finding those two documents. Yeah. Alright. Well, I guess let's... Like, just some trees inside the building. No big deal. Documentation. Hey, so I was just wondering about the plants and research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, that janitor does have a nice voice, and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit? I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. And where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much, if you ask me. Are we being invaded by houseplants? Worth looking into. Dr. Lewis. Yeah, we're going into research because we are trying to find Marshall. Marshall came into research looking for more HRAs. And Jessie is hopeful that Marshall will know more about Dylan, her missing brother. So the houseplants could be invading. That's cool. That's incredibly upsetting. Okay, major targets. I have to go to pneumatics. Okay, well, before I can go to pneumatics, I have to... Oh, no. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. Synchronicity? A glimpse into the paranatural, synchronicity, and the unseen connections. Synchronicity is a phenomena long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It is how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road. Now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce redacted behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Refer to file redacted for full report. Penned by Dr. Theodore Ashe, head of research. So, before Darling, I imagine. Okay. I only have 20 minutes to go back to pneumatics, so I imagine I need to hurry it the heck up. So I just need to find... Oh boy. Ow! Hey! Utterly failed. Cool. I'm gonna find those guys and utterly end them. So the... Oh yeah, there they are. Excuse me, sir. Got that guy. Was there another elevated around? I'm supposed to kill 3 of those. Hey, 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 hey. Alright, you. Just deal with that problem. Anything in here? I love it when people forget their paperwork. Emergency call summary. NA-AWE-18. A possible AWE in which an unnamed individual experienced transcorporeality via a phone line. Event is notable similar to AWE blank, in which redacted. Event response. Event is believed to have been caused by redacted, and as a result, the following measures have been taken to prevent redacted. Redacted. Cool. Excuse me. Whoa. That's yours. Don't these guys know? So many guys. So many rocket launchers. Okay. We've opened up parapsychology. Is there a point anyway? For whom among us has touched the foundations of this world and deemed them solid? Another cafeteria? Radio? You guys are just leaving paperwork lying in the cafeteria? Oh my gosh. Hi, Carla. Does it strike you as odd that Darling insists on having us appear in those bizarre videos of his? I mean, we just stand there. He doesn't even let us have lines or anything. Don't get me wrong, beats a day in the lab. Plus, it's great to work with you. Oh yeah, I finished the comparative analysis of the 2 BlackRock samples you sent. The Prism or whatever you called it. I filed them in their usual place under C for Carla, a handy mnemonic device, right? Haha. Anyway, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the data. I'll gladly explain. Maybe we could chat about it over some drinks or dinner even. I can't remember the last time I had a good steak. Maybe we could get together after work sometime. I'm free tomorrow. All the very best, Hubert. Oh, Hubert. Oh, Hubert. Buddy, don't do that to your coworkers. It's not cool. Hiss Sniper. Bureau snipers specialize in eliminating threats from a distance using the telltale searchlights affixed to their rifles to search for targets. His snipers are no less lethal. The corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from their target, waiting in elevated positions for a clear shot. Care should be taken in open spaces. Check the balconies. I should note that their rifles are equipped with a bayonet for close quarters combat, and the Hiss snipers are well aware of how to use it. Alright. Well. Restrooms this way. Do 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 do. Through the door we can open that. Perfect. Paperwork. Thresholds. Thresholds have always been sources of great inspiration and great challenge. When a new threshold manifests in the oldest house by Redacted, we never know what new discoveries it will provide the Bureau, but we must always seize these opportunities. This report will examine the process of distinguishing recent threshold effects based on the utilitarian possibilities. The quarry brought BlackRock, one of our most invaluable discoveries, but if the mold has any scientific value, it has been difficult to find due to the lengths we must go to in fighting back the particularly prolific plant. These are very distinct cases and worth comparing as their study offers vastly different dangers and rewards. Oh boy. So that's the mold. Okay, I can walk on this mold. Interesting. How? Oh, wrong button. Wrong button, wrong button. I can do this. I just did an entire puzzle game about platforming with air dashes. I can make this. Huh. And there's a hole. Am I supposed to go down the hole? I don't... Not doing it. You can't make me. Nobody pays me enough for this. In fact, I don't think I get paid. Oh no. Looks to me like they've used black rock to seal doors. Lab 1. Lab 1. Song questionnaire. Poets of the Fall, My Dark Disquiet. Answer questions within 2 minutes of listening. Did the song elicit any particular memories? If so, elaborate. Did you at any point feel a strong emotion? If so, what emotion? Did a clear image of a weapon appear at your mind during the song? If so, elaborate. Provide a detailed description of your current surroundings as you see them. Have you ever heard the murmur of voices when no one is present? If so, what did they say? Do you hear them now? Please choose one from each of the following pairs. 1 or 2. A or B. Day or night. Apple or orange. Burnout or fade away. Oh, I don't know if we're going to get this. So one of the things is because I'm I'm going to stop that there. So they just jammed that music on people in here? Neat. What's in this shelter? It was fun, but I think that the reason it didn't start playing while I was still in the room necessarily is because it's copyrighted, and I don't know how that really works with other aspects of the stream and the recording and everything, and I don't want to get in trouble. Oh boy. Hi, buddy. Where is he? Get out of here. No other doors over here. Anything up here? Dr. Darling's office. Dimensional research. Well, let's go into Darling's office. That seems like a reasonable place to expect there to be anything. Paperwork.
Questions recently regarding HRS?
Dude, you look tired. You shouldn't say that to people.
Questions recently regarding HRAs.
Are you okay?
Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway?
Oh no, the booze!
Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless.
Whoa!
Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
Bum, bum, bum! Astral plane counter essay. Objects of power and their astral connections. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the redacted, an entity or group of entities that we have little information on, or little that I am allowed to access. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the redacted, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very redacted of objects, such as the hotline or the service weapon. But what if these particular objects were never linked to the redacted, but had that connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other objects of power require such direct contact with the redacted? Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the redacted is a natural fact and not something more redacted? So I'm going to guess that's the board. And yeah, sinister? Maybe.
What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway?
The astral plane and objects of power. The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users into the astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle, determined by Jungian archetypes and the collective subconscious, would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an AWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the redacted and the astral plane to that item, making it an object of power. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully, the truth will emerge.
Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not modern.
Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague, Dr. Harrington, has already contacted you asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel, all fuss but no results. Parakinesiology has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know that you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis. Butter up the boss with booze!
Listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. You do that regardless whether or not.
Resonance theory. Resonance. It's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Redacted opens the door to a redacted I've called redacted. The redacted emits a force that is far beyond the forces we've previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder. Is resonance the key element in all altered phenomenon? AWEs, altered items, objects of power. Do they share a common resonance that, I'm assuming here, that we've yet to discover? We can harmonize control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer this whole time?
You're wearing an HRA.
Happy face? Unhappy
It's a,
face.
Life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified not water might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be
Dimensional research. I don't think we're supposed to go to dimensional research yet. Huh. Anyone else? Anyone else? Just trying to make my way down the stairs. Alright, so can we get into parapsychology? We can. Well, they don't want us going that way.
She's in trouble.
Marshall.
I need to reach her.
Okay, we can't go that way to get there. This is cool and creepy. Parakinesiology. Sniper. Excuse me. I need you to go say hi to your friend. Where'd the other one go? Anyone else? Apparently so. Anyone? That room is very red. AWE 18, transcript of a call to the California State Emergency Services. Dispatcher 911, what is your emergency? Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I'm inside the wires. I'm lost. Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wires towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where, ma'am? Go. Gone. Away. Okay, can you describe your surroundings? Unknown noise. Ma'am? Hello. Ma'am? Dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but it was no longer in service. Oh boy. Are you okay in there? I don't think you're okay. I'm very upset. Uh-huh. Can I turn this off? Okay. Astral exhibition.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important.
Let's just watch the full version of this.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid, the board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
Creepy.
Important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but
Astral constructs. We have access to Pierce, but cannot build it. We could build mods or upgrade our mod choices. So let's do that. Cool.
we can talk in broad.
Board countermeasures. Give me my reward. Kill Hiss Rangers. Sure.
Strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white.
Astral Exhibition. Astroplane Exhibition. The Astral Exhibition was originally built for the astronauts to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job with it, but Redacted was being stingy with the budget. However, once we discovered the redacted, we decided to repurpose the space. Similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals, we hope to observe the redacted's behavior in an environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put in with it. But Rome wasn't built in a day. Refer to File 3-19-3811 for full report. Addendum. New naming conventions have been established for the astral entity now known as Astral Spike. Outdated terms in this report have been redacted.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
Oh boy.
I can't believe they keep that thing here.
Do I have to go through here? This is probably a mistake. I need that. Oh boy. Come on then, ugly.
What was the Bureau doing with that thing?
Alright, I just got another time mission. I'm supposed to go to the mail room. this is a thing that we already
An early
watched.
hypothesis.
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here.
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
Hiss clusters heal other enemies. Oh, this thing. Okay, got that. Ugh. I need to remember that I can pull up a shield, as the game is trying to remind me here. Do I have to redo the lock that thing up? I hope not. No, it appears to be locked. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, come on! Ugh. Okay, don't charge into the room. Let's start there. I guess I should check and see if I have any. try this again. Interesting. Oh! Come get me. Anyone else? Time to cleanse a control point. Jeez. So don't go rushing headlong into the room. You'll just get shot a lot. I wish I'd really thought that through the first few times. Astronauts in program. This report serves as an introductory guide to the astronaut program, including candidate requirements, training practices, and astral research procedures. Astronauts are chosen individuals who explore and document the astral plane by making physical contact with the X-ray light box. See case file OOP18 for details. In the Hypnosis Lab, a section of parapsychology, physical and psychological training is vital for the repeated transition between planes known as dives. After each dive, astronauts must undergo a redacted session in the cognitive recording chairs to record their experience in the plane. Gathered data has conclusively proven that redacted within the astral plane vary widely between astronauts. On occasions, these dives can result in losses, often occurring when teams encounter aggressive astral entities. His clusters. His clusters are unique in that they are concentrated manifestations of His resonance without the need of a host. His clusters are dense spherical compressions of His resonance that serve support functions in the hierarchy of His entities. The clusters are capable of replenishing His hosts with infusions of resonance. This does not heal any physical damage inflicted on the organic host, but rather seems to rejuvenate them, allowing them to endure more bodily harm than normally possible. The fact that the Hiss makes an effort to preserve its corrupted host underlines a level of awareness and discretion that was previously just speculation on my part. Can this entity be considered an individual or simply an extension of the Hiss as a whole? Capturing one alive would be quite interesting. Boop boop. Still need to kill more rangers. Yeah. What's this? Groupthink. Rethinking groupthink. This study extends the works of Irving Janis, Robert Barron, and others by proposing strong casual, not causal, links between groupthink and the passive or active use of telepathy. To prove these connections, the parapsychology department carried out variations of Solomon Asch's original conformity experiments using a telepathic individual as the subject. See experiments redacted for details. Extensive qualitative and quantitative data resulting from these experiments was then used to identify telepathic interference within the group. Further empirical findings suggest measures can be taken to safeguard against telepathic influence or on behaviors by engaging in redacted. Rather boldly, this paper stands to revolutionize decades of groupthink theory and provide new directions for further experimentation on the mind, including manipulation of redacted and redacted. Do we think there was anything else down here that I missed? Extrasensory lab, you say? Oh boy. Hypnosis lab. That's where the X-ray thing is supposed to be, yes? Oh boy. Hi, friends.
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
This is some sort of password machine. Cool. Don't mind me. That's the only one I've seen. There we go. Anybody else angry yet? No? Cool. Excuse me, coming through. Beep, beep.
Please state your name for the record. Paul Warren, astronaut first class. And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal untangling, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia?
Yeah. I am.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your suit is good?
Yeah.
Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
Uh-huh. You seize. Where's the pyramid? Oh, there. My team, my team. Oh, I killed it. Sure, good enough. Help me! I need you to kill this guy. Wow, I'm bad at this. They're taking so little damage off that guy, though. But I need to kill the gold guy. Help me. Oh, it was down there? That's bad. That doesn't feel good. No. Dang it, I didn't want to kill him. Finally. Okay. Now all these
My
guys are
brains were
dead.
fried when I took over the object.
Can I go through here? No. Okay. Well, there's like lots of other lab to look at, so let's... Darling here. Some of you are curious why I had these sensory deprivation tanks installed. I thought I'd shed some light on the subject. Maybe some of you have heard of a Dr. Yoshimi Tokui? The man behind the hugely popular guided imagery experience tapes. Apparently his tapes go beyond the normal meditative qualities of such things, but create genuine hallucinatory visions in some listeners, or so the reports say. We brought these tanks in to test Dr. Tokui's tapes for ourselves. Plus, there may be some stress-relieving uses for the staff down the road. I think we can all benefit from some time in a dark and closed space, don't you? If you have any more questions, feel free to stop by my office. You know where it is. Dude. Astronaut
Please state your
liability.
name for the record.
We did that.
Please state your name for the record.
Paul Warren, astronaut, first class.
And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in...
X-ray light box. No unique procedures for containment. The object is a light box used to examine X-ray images. The image cannot be removed from the light box. The information on the image belongs to a patient named Redacted. The object allows para-utilitarians to forcefully seize an individual's redacted. The seized individual becomes redacted to the user. The effect lasts redacted. Once released, the seized redacted as a result of the psychic trauma. The object has no current binder. A janitor named Redacted found the object at St. Anne's Hospital in Redacted. Soon, the building's occupants were redacted by him. The Bureau dispatched an emergency response team to Redacted the perpetrator and redacted the item. Fatalities numbered in the Redacted. For operational details, see case blah 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 blah. Hey, look! It's the cards from Ghostbusters. I wonder if any of these are actually the order that it was done in. Oh boy. Dr. Shimi Takoi, a Japanese citizen residing in Tokyo, has produced a series of guided imagery experience audio recordings that have gained notable popularity around the globe due to his unusually swift rise in fame, along with reports of vivid redacted accompanying the use of his tapes. Investigation sector were tasked with looking into Dr. Takoi's background. We found no past incident with an altered occurrence, nor any evidence of involvement with an altered organization. However, agents that attended a signing event reported redacted when hearing Dr. Takoi speak. We recommend that the research team obtain an audio recording of Dr. Takoi's voice and perform any and all relevant analyses. Based on the findings, the investigation sector will determine next steps regarding Dr. Takoi, as well as his eligibility for the Prime Candidate Program. Huh? Huh. Can we get into a sensory deprivation tank? Is that allowed? Okay, cool. Well, that was... Go to the communications department. Cool. Well, I guess we'll take the quick travel to the communications department. Oh, look, somebody reassembled the brain. I knocked this over. There we go. We have ability points. Quick, put them in something worthwhile. More energy. Still not enough. All right, let's see. We're supposed to be going to communication. Looks to me like Dead Letters might be the closest. And then honestly, we'll probably do this and then call it a stream, and then we'll pick up with Marshall's stuff later. Alright, let's see, communications. Is this way. Get on my team. come back here. Haha! We did the job we were given to do. Excuse you. Anyone else? Well, we killed Hiss Rangers. We need to kill guards in the executive sector using spin, which we were doing. So that worked out. Let's see. There was a node back this way. Wait, wrong room. This way. This way, this way. Board countermeasures. Please give me my reward. Oh, hey, Rangers in the research section. Using abilities. Still need curl guards here in the executive sector using spin. We'll probably do that at some point. Still don't have enough to actually build that. We actually need quite a bit. Oh, we got more mods. Do we want this mod? Energy renewal. Energy gained from headshots, 31%. Ooh. Yeah. Alright. We will fast travel back to parapsychology. Yeah, parapsychology. That's where we want to be. And once we get here, we will stop for the night. Go to bed. Because it's late. So. Oh, they reassembled the brain, though. Let's take care of this. There we go. So yeah. That'll be that for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. And I hope you all have a pleasant evening. We will... Yep. Bring things around. Oh, was I off center all night? Ugh. No sleep till Brooklyn. But it's late and I'm tired and I have to work. I have to work. I mean, I want to keep playing. I really, truly do. But I think my plan is that I will be doing all of the streaming in the evening this week after I've had dinner. You know. as a plan. Except probably at some point this week, I will need to do some cleaning. So close. So very close to having full vaccine immunity. And I'm ready for it. Have people over again. Yeah. But for now, good night. Sleep well. We'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully the Federal Bureau of Control doesn't redact the entire stream. Goodbye.